Hi, welcome to class, and here we are in Module 7. As we are working from home now, there's going to be a few things you'll notice. So as we get to each module, I'll have everything open up for you in order that you need to do them. So first will be the video that I will record every week for my students, and so this will go over any messages I need to get to everybody, and probably mostly updates on when we should be returning to class, unless anything changes. The way it's stated now, we should be returning to class after 2 weeks. We're just waiting for the Board of Regents to decide what goes on, and that happens um, on a basis where they'll change things as they need to. So then there'll be a video, which is where this video is, the screencast. Every week you'll have this, and I'll go over what we need to do with the class. The web page, and this is where I go over the expectations for the week. And what we do is we basically go over the same stuff in an online format that we would be doing in a class. And so you start off, you're going to read Chapter 7. And then there's a podcast you're going to listen to, about 10 minutes. And there's an article referred to on the podcast on photography and chronicling the America's working poor. And then we're going to step back to the person who really helped use photojournalism to really shape social policy, and that's Jacob Riis. So there's going to be a podcast on Jacob Riis, and then there's going to be a short clip from YouTube, on YouTube, showing some of his work and discussing some of the social reforms that he helped to spur. And then there's a Dropbox related to these two topics. So the first one is on America's Working Poor, the podcast, and the second one is going to be on Jacob Riis. And then we'll have two discussion posts that you'll just do the initial post on. So the responses you will not need to work on until, of course, next week, like I did before with this class. So you'll have till next Wednesday to get those completed. And we'll use the start of class time on Wednesday as the due date. And then we have the Chapter 7 quiz, which you'll have 2 weeks to complete. So really the only change is most Dropboxes will be due the next week. Otherwise, everything else should be pretty much the same, except we are going back to discussions, which I told you we would probably not be utilizing unless something happened, and here something happened. I really had that designed more or less for snowstorms, but things do change sometimes. And so, working down here, I'll show you how to link to these podcasts. Of course, you have the PowerPoint presentation that goes over the textbook. So this podcast, not much to see here, but I want you to pay attention still. So you just click there, and once this loads, and this always takes a while I have screencast up to have things load. You click on here, and then we just fast forward to the 1044 section, and listen from there till 2129. And so you'll have that podcast, which will then refer to an article. And so I do have a link to the article. And again, everything takes a little longer working on D2L with Screencast-O-Matic. And here is the article. So Photographic Chronicle of America's Working Poor. And this article is great. It has photographs in there. It discusses the podcast you listen to, Then as we scroll down, you can get to the photographs that are being discussed. And so you can see a little modern angle on photography having a bearing on social policy. Photography really has done a lot to change people's perception of things, and going back to the Civil War, where to the Civil War, we had photojournalists actually documenting stuff that really changed people's policy where they normally wouldn't think of it. And again, when I discuss civil rights movements, photography has really come in to really show people being injured in regards to trying to pursue policy changes. And this had very strong effects on the Civil Rights Act passing later on. So photography is very important for the field of social policy, and unfortunately is left out of most textbooks. Then we're going to look at Jacob Riis, who is has this NPR article talking about him, and you can listen to this podcast. You just hit play, and it will play while you're reading, and you can see photography that they're talking about and some of the people being discussed in that particular podcast. I will not click on the next one because that's a YouTube video, and for some reason Screencast-O-Matic, when I'm doing this and I record a screencast and then hit open on a YouTube video, it ends up taking forever and starting after I get off the page, and I have to record everything over again. But trust me, you click on this, it will give you the ability to hit an external link to open that page, and you can watch that clip. And I encourage you to watch that. That gets into the discussion of Jacob Riis, and it shows his work and discusses some of his social reform that came as a result of him. Then we have the Dropbox assignment, and I will change these dates. I still have last semester's dates up here. And we're going to go over writing 2 or 3 paragraphs about the first section, and then 1 to 2 about the other on Jacob Riis. Then we have the Chapter 7 discussion forum. And with this, we have 2 questions to answer. Just do the initial post this week. Again, do not go ahead and put responses yet. Starting next Wednesday, when I open things up again for the next assignment, then we can go ahead and start responding. So the first one is I want you to, in the chapter, they're going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of Tanf. I want you to read this and write 1 to 2 paragraphs minimum on this. And again, looking at art and photojournalism related to social reform and the study of social policy. So I want you to think about this. This is not mentioned in the textbook, but I just want you to think of the power of media, and you don't need to get into your ideas on op-eds. I don't care about that. And opinion pieces, but what's the value of a picture? What do we get from artwork? And this does have an effect on people, and sometimes some more than others. But it's an interesting discussion. It's something we don't talk about enough in social policy, and something that I would like to talk about more. And then lastly, we have the quiz, which will be the last thing that pops up here. And again, I'll let you have 2 weeks to take that, and you get that done, be ready to go for the next section. One thing I want to get mentioned is that I'm not going to use what's currently happening as a basis to have political discussions about the class. I did tell you at the beginning I will use sometimes current events to discuss stuff. What's going on right now with COVID-19 is on an ongoing basis, and really this will make some case studies for later classes. I am not going to change material to reflect this. So when we do this class, I want you to see this as kind of a break from thinking about and talking about that. If you want to in your discussion, bring that up, you can, but by no means is it necessary. And even when we get to the health section, I'm gonna keep the same information I had before, um, because there's a lot more going on. This is a very interesting time, and I do want you to pay attention. But I also understand that and maybe it's kind of nice to take a break from thinking about it. And while we're doing this class, we'll just stick with the policies in the book and the extra cases I have, and I'll leave it there. If anyone has any questions, make sure you send me an email, and if it's the answer needs to be addressed to the whole class, it might be a news item, a screencast, or maybe I'll just email you back, or sometimes if it's more complicated, we can have a phone conversation. But otherwise, have a great week. I'm putting this up early, and again, go ahead and get a hold of me if you have any questions.